Localgiving.com. It's a website, and it has various uses. The first thing it can do is allow donors and potential donors and supporters to go into the site and actually search for a charity that they wish to support. And they can search on three areas: a geographical location, and the more we get on the site, the more you'll be able to drill down geographically, so you can really get to a small area. What are the issues that you're interested in, be it arts and cultures, or disabled people, or disability, or education, or social issues, and also beneficiaries. So there's a sort of three-way search that you can go in as a donor and identify a charity that you'd like to support, with the full confidence that even though they might be a really small group and an unregistered charity, they have been vetted by the local community foundation. And that is absolutely critical. There's no way this could happen without the community foundations, because they are the gatekeepers, and it isn't just a sort of yes no. We've designed the system so that we're actually using the local knowledge that the community foundation has, so that they can go in and they know these charities because they have done due diligence on them. They can say, okay, this is actually quite a small group, so we don't want them to have more than, if they've only ever had £500 a year, we don't suddenly want them to win the lottery, so they put a limit on the amount that they can get. They say we want to have feedback from you, they can specify how frequently they want to have feedback from them on how the projects are going. And the other thing that they can do is, if on the grapevine they hear that either the group's disbanded or whatever, they can switch that off the site just straight away. So all the money that's actually donated from the site goes actually through the community foundation, and then it is actually the community foundation that actually hits the button saying, yes, these people, they're okay, and they get the money. So I think that's absolutely essential to give the donors the reassurance that these are charities that really are doing the right thing. The other interesting thing for the donors is that we're going to be able to let them profile themselves and have their own pages, so they can have their own shortlists, and they can say, okay, I'm actually interested in knife crime across the country, and if any groups that deal with this come on the site, please alert me. Or they can say, I'm just going to donate and I never want to hear from you again, and we'll leave them alone. But if they do make donations, we'll be able to give them things for their tax, and also hopefully set up some social networks between donors, so that donors could actually liaise with each other if they're interested in a particular locality or an issue or a beneficiary. And the interesting thing is that you could actually, although it is a local charity, you could say, for example, you're a Polish person that's come here and you actually want to get involved in Polish people that are helping Polish people. They might be in Bradford or Dover or whatever, but you can actually make it a community of those. Of course, the other great thing it does is for the community groups, the small charities themselves, because what we're giving them is their own website, and they're basically it's template driven. It's very easy for them to put into it. We tested it amongst a whole range of charities, and they can update it as often as they like. In fact, we encourage them to update people to update their website. How's that project going? How did it go? What were your results? Put pictures up. Eventually we'll be putting videos up and things like that. So it gives them the ability to have a website and to use that to raise their awareness, and to also build up their own supporters. We're giving them email marketing tools. So my favourite example, say you're a group that takes disabled kids on a summer holiday, and you come back on the Sunday evening and you've got these pictures, and so you just put them up. That was the project, was to take the kids to Bognor this week. And so you go back on Sunday night, you put the pictures on the site, and then you've got your list of all your supporters and donors. And you can email them and say, we got back on Sunday, click here and see, and we're actually hoping to take them to Weymouth next week. And they get a one-line email, and they click and they see all the pictures. We're also designing so that they can be printed off if they want to make them brochures. So it gives them really some very strong email marketing tools and development tools. And I'm sure they'll be teaching us a lot of things that they can do, because they're all quite amazing people. And the other thing we're doing is we're going to build up a network of these local charities, so that they can share best practice, so that they can get in touch with each other. Maybe we might get a bit of collaborative working, or even possibly a bit of M&A going on, which would be pretty amazing. So that's basically what local giving is. And the key to them is the community foundations.